Alright guys, because this is the only one here back on Ark Survival Evolved on Extinction. This is my Extinction playthrough for beginners, not too experienced players, and this is not Ark Survival Ascended. Let me repeat that. Ark Survival Evolved, not Ascended. Ascended is coming out. This video will post probably a few days before the video for Extinction comes out on Ark Survival Ascended. I definitely will play that and do a little map review, but I'm on Ark Survival Evolved. This is my playthrough. As you guys know, guys, we did Ark Survival, we did the island, we did Scorched Earth, we did Aberration, now we're on Extinction. So we're going through the maps in order. As you guys can see, I was just making some paint. Just wanted to show you guys that real quick, so you guys know I make everything. I don't cheat anything in, I do everything legit, because I want to show you guys how it actually works. And I am using a couple of mods on this map. Superstructures, that is the Superstructures cooking pot I was using. You can actually enable and disable crafting. I think you can do that in a regular one too. But this is the Superstructures SS Industrial Forge. So it's a Superstructures Industrial Forge. It's smaller than the other one. These are the some of the SS Vaults. So I just want to show you guys a couple of painting things. On the Superstructures mod, guys, same as Structures Plus. Superstructures took over Structures Plus, and then Structures Plus came back. The guy decided to mod again. But either one of them, some of the paint things don't work accurately, so just keep that in mind. You may have to look at some of the, you go to the wiki to look at some of the things, like the cooking pot, for example. You can't just paint it with a brush all the areas, but if you have a spray gun, you can actually trigger it for the certain areas, and you can paint all those areas. So that's one piece I know for sure it doesn't paint correctly. But I just want to show you guys a couple of the painting things, guys, and just why I'm yakking here for a second, and we're going to go do a couple of tames. Now, let me talk about taming, for example. Like, a lot of people talk about tames and getting into tames at 100%. I've gotten a couple of tames at 100% since I've been playing this. Most of my tames end up being 99.9%. So instead of 75 levels, they get 74 levels. Instead of 25, they get 24 when they first tame, and then you can bump them up to 74 or 75. I don't know how to get them 100%, guys. There's a lot of videos out there. All you got to do is this. Yeah, whatever. As you try to do exactly what these people say in these videos. I'm speeding up the video. We're flying to the sunken forest. But as you try to do what people say in these videos, it's impossible, most of them. So, yeah, getting 100% is really, really difficult to do. I don't really care. I get my Rexes as high level as I can and as high percentage as I can. Basically, with the Rexes and the knockout tames for the higher levels, we're coming down to tame Gachas, by the way. But the higher levels, you want to get the best food for them, and you just want to knock them out. You don't want them to get hit anything else. You don't want to hit them more than you have to knock them out. That's the key to the knockout tames. Passive tames, it's a little different. I've gotten the passive tames to 100%. Those are the ones I can get to 100% sometimes. But Gachas, I want to come down here and try this out. The reason I'm talking about percentages is Gachas' favorite food is supposed to be the snow owl pellets. And I don't know if I've tried a couple of different things with these guys, just so you know. So let's talk about that for a second while I'm doing this. So I thought maybe they get 100% if you just feed them just enough to get them tamed and their favorite food. Now on the left side, let's talk about that for a second. That is the awesome spyglass showing you what you need to tame. So it needs 5 snow owl pellets. But if you just throw 5 snow owl pellets on the ground and let this thing eat them, it will not tame. I don't know what is. I think there's just something wrong with the Gachas. I may be wrong. Other people would probably say, no, there's nothing wrong with it. I've never got a Gacha even close to 100%. Most of the time when I tame Gachas, they come out like 50% or 40%, 55%, somewhere around that area. I can't get them at 100% effectiveness. I don't know why. So I go for the higher level ones sometimes. I don't really care about the Gachas. I'm not going to use the Gachas to fight or do anything else. The Gachas serve 2 purposes for me, so you guys know. So they're located in the sunken forest. That's why I showed you guys the fly down where it's at from my base. But they serve 2 purposes. You can dump stuff in them and they'll create Gacha crystals. And then with those Gacha crystals, they'll create certain things. And I'll show you the production thing on each one of them. And then the other thing too is they'll craft. If you level up their crafting skill, they will craft certain items. So sometimes you can get like master craft or ascendant level items spit out of them as they craft. So it's pretty cool. I'm talking like ascendant level flat gear or riot gear or stuff like that. I mean, you get all these things, but It just depends on how high you level up their crafting skill. So we're gonna show you guys the production, or I'm gonna show you the production on these guys as they come out. But all you do to use a gacha, by the way, guys, is the two things to do is if you're just looking for the gacha crystals, like say you find one that produces metal. That's what I'm trying to find right now, a metal producing gacha. You find one that produces metal, you just feed it stuff and it'll produce gacha crystals that you get metal from. So this one gets sulfur as the top one, as you can see on the left side is the top thing. I'm going to kind of flash them. You guys can pause them there if you want. And then they'll produce those things. If you want to get the higher level gear from them, level up their crafting thing, make sure they're eating snow pellets, snow owl pellets, and feed them stuff. So you always want to have a couple of snow owls in front of them, so they're spitting pellets out and they're gathering those while you're feeding them other stuff. So just the items, the normal production, feed them whatever, they'll produce those gacha crystals. Some things are better than other. I like feeding them stone, and they'll produce stuff. And then the other thing is the crafting items. So level up their crafting, make sure they're eating snow pellets, and then feed them whatever, and they'll craft items for you as well. So while I was down here into these gachas, I found this one level. It's a 150 level Therizinosaur, and me and my partner had tamed a Therizinosaur, but it wasn't this high level, so I'm going to tame this one. And I'm going to do this a little different than I normally would. Normally I'd try to make a trap and get it in there, but we're just going to tame it on the back of the wyvern. Now I'm using a long neck rifle with shock and tranquilizer darts. I still have several of them from the last couple of maps we played on, so this is going to be kind of easy to do. He's going to beat up my wyvern a little bit, and I'm gonna get off, and while he's hitting the wyvern, I'm just gonna shoot him. My wyvern can take it. Wyvern's level 250 something. He can definitely take it, or she can take it. So this, yep, there we go. Pretty much got you. I hit it enough. All I gotta do is hit it one more time. There we go. Down you go. And that's what I'm saying too. The trank. If you hit them just enough to knock them out, you get a better taming effectiveness than you do. So I don't have a ton of kibble on me. I have enough kibble to tame this thing, but I don't have any narcotics on me because I came down here to tame gachas. I wasn't thinking about taming anything else. Normally I'm prepared, but I was not prepared for this one, guys. So we need some narco berries because I'm not leaving this thing to go get something and come back. So we're gonna get some narco berries. So here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna try to tame me a parasaur. I'm gonna get that parasaur tamed, and we're gonna use that parasaur to gather some narco berries. So normally what I do, since I'm using another mod called Dino Storage version 2, normally what I do is I will use that mod to carry several dinos with me in soul balls. So I'll have like a berry gathering dino, and I'll have like a stone gathering. So I'll always have something with me that I can use, but I haven't been doing this on this playthrough. I don't know why, I just haven't been doing it. So we're just gonna tame this guy the old-fashioned way. We're gonna use some berries. Look at that gacha just sliding across the ground. That's pretty funny. Yeah. So there's a parasaur saddle. We're gonna tame one of those guys. I saw one over here. It was pretty high level. Let's find it. It's got some cool colors on it too when I was landing. So see if I can find that thing again. Not that 15. Not the 24 tech. There's the high one. Oh, there he is, right there in front of me. 135. There he is. Some pretty cool colors too. I think I had the Easter event going on at the time. So now that Ark Survival Ascended is out, you can put the events on. They release the events and let you tag the events on your single player for Ark Survival Evolved whenever you want. You can also currently do that on Ark Survival Ascended if you guys didn't know. You can run whatever event you want that's already come out because they have them as mods. So you just put that mod on and you can run the event as long as you want. So I've been running I ran the summer one for a while, I think it was, and then I've been running the fear one for quite a while. I know Turkey Trial is out now, but I don't really like the colors from Turkey Trial. So haven't really been playing Ark Survival Ascended anyway. So many maps, they're releasing them so fast now, which is crazy for them. But like I said, and if you guys have heard me or watched my videos before, they're just reskins of the old maps. All they did is take those maps and tweak them to have better graphics and stuff. So, and they changed a little bit of the stuff on them, but they're not much different. A lot of people swear up and down, these are different games. They're not different games. It's the same game. So I like Ark Survival Ascended, don't get me wrong. Oh, look at Raptor. But I've been playing Ark Survival Evolved for so long now. I mean, it's just, I prefer it. But I'm getting accustomed to it, guys. I'm getting accustomed to Ark Survival Ascended. Everybody is, I think, who has it. There, you saw the Parasaur Tame while I was trying to kill that raptor. So here's what I'm doing it for. This is what I need that guy to get me some berries. So once I get these narco berries, we'll be able to keep this Therizinosaur down. Therizinosaurs are one of the tames, the knockout tames, that take a very, very long time to tame. The other dinos I can think of are the beaver, the Castoroids, and the Megatherium can be long. But the beaver and the Therizinosaur are two of the longest ones. Oh, Terrorbirds. Terrorbirds is another one. That's what really takes a long time to tame. So you got to have a lot of narcotics to keep these guys down. Therizinosaur is the first one I tamed. That took me a very, very long time, and I was like, oh my gosh. I just kept feeding it. And then the Megatherium took a while too. So with the effectiveness, guys, when you're taming things, I mentioned that a couple of times. So their best food's going to give them a better taming effectiveness. So as you can see, when I'm using the awesome spyglass, it tells me at the left what the best thing is. So exceptional kibble is best for this one, which I have some in there. But I have some berries too if it finishes them. But basically, I need these narco berries to keep this thing knocked out. So I think the narcotics have something to do with the taming effectiveness too. Like the more narcotics you give it, probably the less effective it is. I'm not 100% sure. So while we're waiting on this Therizinosaur, I'm going to tame these two Gachas right here. There's a level 55 and a level 130. I'm just going to tame these two real quick. As I mentioned a couple of times, I don't care about the levels on the Gachas. What I care about is what they create. So I want a metal one, and I would like an element dust one. So those are the two you really want on Extinction. Well, that's what I want. A black pearl one's good too, because you got to get some black pearls initially, but after that, once you get the stuff that you create black pearls for, you don't really need black pearls anymore. So until you get to that one point, you can always throw them out and swap them. But you're going to have two Gachas out at a time, guys, when you're doing if you don't know anything about Gachas, which if you've been playing Ark for a while, you know. But if you're new to the game, like there are so many new players still discovering it every day. If you're new, you want to have a pair out. You want to have a male and a female out. They boost each other when they're creating stuff. So they will not create Gacha crystals if you have two males standing next to each other or two females standing next to each other. Or if you have a male and female by each other and you have another one out somewhere else that's too close, they won't create stuff. They'll get like grumpy, I guess is the best way to put it. So they don't craft. They're not happy. So they're kind of like doves, I guess. You know, doves mate for life. Gachas are kind of the same way. That's kind of funny though, because you can swap them out. I could swap a female out for another female and they wouldn't care. No, that's a female. Alright, so here's what this one crafts. Like I said, top left, the left side, the sulfur, that's the highest level thing. Each one has a opportunity to create one of the rare items, and that sulfur is one of the rare ones. That's not what I'm looking for. Like I said, I'm looking for metal, black pearls, or element dust. Element dust is probably the rarest one, along with black pearls, but for some reason, I can't find the metal one. Metal one's not as rare as the other two, but man, metal's been hard for me to find. I use a lot of stone, and while I'm down here taming, I also, if I find any metal, I'll use metal too. Metal works on these guys pretty good. I use a lot of metal works, I think, better than stone. So I use a lot of metal when I'm on Valguero, but on Extinction, there's not a ton of metal down here. There is some metal, but not a ton. Let me get my Parasaur down here. We almost tamed. This guy's about done. Looking back, I saw my Therizinosaurs kind of dropping in torpidity, so we're going to grab some more narco berries just to make sure. And I'm skipping forward, guys. As you guys know, if you watch my videos, you know I do that. I'm not going to show you guys the whole thing. I don't want to bore you guys to death watching me run around look for stuff. That's boring. No one wants to watch that. Look, I had narco berries on me. I didn't need to grab any more. Okay. Oh, by the way, I just jumped off the left side of the Parasaur. If you don't know how to do that, on PC, you're going to use the A button before you, so hit the A button and then hit the E. So before you dismount with the E, you want to be going to the left. So whatever it is on PlayStation or Xbox, same thing. Or if you're playing on Switch too, same thing for that. Ark Survival Evolved. Here we got this Gacha. Let's see what this one creates. What you got, bud? What you got? So yeah, level's only 156. He was 130. I did not do good on the effectiveness. And his best thing is sap. Who wants sap? Nobody wants no sap, dude. Sap's pretty useless. Creates like 2 things, I think. Alright, going forward here. Therizinosaur is almost done. We're almost done. There we go. So I'm going to show you guys a couple more tames, but I'm going to jump forward on these guys. I'm not going to show you guys the whole thing. I do want to show you one more because I think it's pretty cool. And kind of explain a little bit. Like I said, I was just jumping on those last gachas, just kind of jumping fast on the videos. But let's talk about the gacha tames. So with gacha tames, you need to throw items at them and feed. Now the best thing is supposed to be, like I said, snow owl pellets. And then the next one I think is, let's take a look at it, is, what's that say? I don't know what that second one is. I can't read it. My eyes are too small for that. But then it gives you some stuff, and then it says, like, it'll have some, like, question marks, so anything, any kind of armor, any kind of weapon. That bottom, oh, what's that element? I ain't feeding this thing element. Are you crazy? So, yeah, the best thing is snow owl pellets, and then element, apparently. I ain't feeding this guy element. And then any kind of stuff. But I find that you can just, the stone for me, and then metal works kind of the best, and it's easiest to get. Wood doesn't work as good as a stone, so you can throw wood at it and berries. It'll eat them and tame, but it takes a lot longer. And the effectiveness, like I said, somebody will watch this video and they'll be like, oh, you're a big dummy. This is how you get 100% effectiveness. Okay, well, put a video out and show me. Because I think a lot of people that put these videos out and show you these 100% effectiveness do something to cheat. I don't think it's as easy as everybody makes it sound. So, but this guy has pretty cool colors, and this is I think this was the summer event I had or the Easter event going on. I don't know what event I have on this one right now. My partner wanted me to change it, so I changed it to the Fear one because she likes those oranges and purples and dark black colors and stuff like that. So, but right now, currently wanting to do this, we had that one event on the Easter one. Pretty cool colors though. Look at that. You got a little purple bandit mask on. You can see what old 50 gets here. What you gonna get for me, boy? You give me some good stuff. I want metal, or element, or black pearls. Let's see what you get. What do you get? Sulfur. How many sulfurs? That's like the 3rd sulfur one. It's pointless. Today's sulfur day, I guess. Pointless, pointless, pointless. Alright. So, if you guys notice in my inventory, I have a bunch of dinos in there, some soul ball dinos. So, while I was down here, I threw my terminal down, and I have dinos from, I'm just going to jump forward to the end of each of these tames. I have dinos from the other maps that I brought forward, because that's what you want to do. So, this one, sulfur. Oh my gosh, another sulfur one. Anyway, I pulled out the rock elemental from Scorched Earth. I'm going to show you guys that in just a minute. So that's like 4 sulfur ones, isn't it? Oh, sap. Another sap. 2 saps and a sulfur. Woo! I was made out like a bandit today. I got nothing good. Alright, so here's the rock elemental. This is one of those rock elementals we tamed on Scorched Earth. I just brought it with me, and we're going to check it out here because I know it harvests quite a bit. And I'm gonna grab some of these berries and stuff like just to see. Because I know this guy harvests pretty good, but there you go, guys. We tamed a bunch of gachas that are pretty much worthless. That was pretty pointless. And then I did get a Therizinosaur, pretty good level. That'll be good for some thatch and a little bit of, well, it's good for wood, but it don't carry wood. So I hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, please like and subscribe. Thanks for watching, guys. See you next time.